You know that moment when you pause, trying to figure out if you should say you should do this or you must do this. It's a super common question, but honestly, getting it right can make all the difference between giving a friendly suggestion and laying down a serious command. So let's break these two powerful words down. Just think about it for a second. When you're trying to help out a friend, what words pop into your head? Now, how does that change when you're talking about, say, a safety role at work, or even just a reminder to yourself about something you absolutely, positively have to do? The words you pick, they matter a lot. So when you boil it all down, the difference is actually pretty simple. Should is like a friendly tip. It's your opinion, what you think is a good idea, but must, that's all about obligation. It's a rule, a law, a necessity. It's not really up for debate.
Okay, let's kick things off with the friendlier of the two, should. This is your go-to word for sharing helpful ideas and giving genuinely good advice.
Right. So when you use should, what you're really saying is, hey, in my opinion, this would be a really good thing to do. For instance, if your friend looks totally exhausted, you'd say, you should get some rest. It's just a suggestion, right? Not an order. It's helpful, but at the end of the day, it's their call. And now let's talk about its much stricter sibling, must. This is where we leave those friendly opinions behind and step into the world of things that are absolutely necessary.
With must, there's no choice involved. It's a flat-out requirement. Think about it. You must have a passport to travel internationally. You can't just decide, I don't feel like it. It's a firm rule, an obligation you simply have to meet.
So how does this actually work in the real world? Okay, enough with the definitions. Let's see these words in action with some examples from the Dear Annie advice column. This is where it gets interesting.
First up, let's meet Mark. He's in the Army, and his job involves giving talks to big groups. And his problem? He gets incredibly nervous. I mean, who can't relate to that, right? You can really feel the stress in his question. He says, my hand shook and I spoke too fast. What should I do? See that? He's using the word should. He's asking for a good idea, for some helpful advice to get him through this. And check out Annie's response. It's a perfect example. She starts with the one thing that is non-negotiable. You must prepare well. That's the rule. Then she gives him a great tip. You should begin with a personal story. You see the difference? The preparation is mandatory. The story is a really good suggestion.
Okay, now for a much more serious situation. This one's from Paula. She feels like she's lost her husband to an online gaming addiction, and it's starting to affect their whole family, including their baby. Her question is just heart-wrenching. She asks, he has lost all interest in everything else, even me and our baby. What should I do? And just like Mark, she uses should. She's looking for the best way to handle a really, really tough situation. And Annie's answer here makes the difference crystal clear. For the addiction, she's firm. He must get professional help. This isn't just a good idea, it's an absolute necessity for their family's well-being. Then, she adds her own tactical advice. I think you should show him this letter. Getting help is the obligation, showing him the letter is the recommended strategy. All right, now that we've seen these words in the wild, let's pull everything together and just look at the key differences all in one place. This table lays it all out pretty clearly. We get the whole good idea versus strong necessity thing. But honestly, the real key is in the negative forms, shouldn't versus mustn't. This is where the distinction gets really powerful. So here's the bottom line. Shouldn't is advice against doing something. When you say you shouldn't worry, you mean I don't think worrying is a good idea right now. But mustn't, that means something is forbidden, a rule. You mustn't tell lies means lying is not allowed, period. So how do you nail this every single time? Just ask yourself two quick questions. First, is it a strong obligation, a law, or a rule? If yes, use must. Second, is it your opinion, a recommendation, or just some good advice? Then should is your word. It's really that simple. So there you have it. Now you can give advice and state rules like a pro. Which brings me to a final thought for you. As you look at your day ahead, what's one thing you probably should do and one thing you absolutely must do? Thinking about that difference might just change how you tackle your day.